Yeah, we're really not in a rush. The next person who's going is my roommate Gregor, and he's preparing a feast. And if we need a little extra time, that's totally fine.
Okay.
Also, I've been inspired by the spookiness to become a little spooky, and I have a little bird with me.
Oh, very cute.
Yay!
Well, it's on, so I'm gonna mute my mic. I'm gonna let you do your thing. We're focused on the spoopy candles. This is the Kingdom of the Nightblades out of Canada for Amphgard, and um, I'm gonna horribly mangle your name, even though I typed it, and I'm sorry. Um, Anirroc is teaching us how to make candles for them.
All right. Well, this is what they look like all done up. But I'm going to turn on the lights so you guys can see what we're doing. Okay, so it's a really simple task. Honestly, even kids could do it, just not with the hot glue. Like, obviously, have an adult help with that. But hello, I am Anirroc. So all you need for this are either paper towel rolls or toilet paper rolls. You can cut the paper towel rolls to whatever length you want. That's how you get different size candles. So we're going to start with a glue gun. And all you need to do is make droplets. So as if your candle was melting from the wax. So what I usually do to start with this part, I'm just going to move closer here, is I start, so this is going to be my top right here. And I'm going to go down a little bit lower. And that's where I'm going to start the drop, make it fat, and then drag it so that it comes up to make it kind of look like a little wax drop. And you do that in different lengths all along your tube. It honestly doesn't take long to do.
Lift up a little higher, please, so we can see on camera.
Oh,
Thank
sorry.
you. It's okay.
There you go. My first time videoing a craft. So you continue to do these, and as they dry, like they solidify, and then once you have your lovely. Sorry, I had to get more wax in my glue gun here. Oops, I'm making a mess. Oh my gosh. Of course, I do this earlier to practice, and it's a disaster when I actually do it on screen. So, once you have your different lengths of wax, so you're going to go around the top as well. So, of course, so you can have the melted look all the way around.
Lift up a little higher, please. There we go.
Sorry, I should probably back this up a little bit. It doesn't take long for the wax to dry, which is really nice. So you can get painting almost right away. If you get little stringy bits, it's not a big deal because you can just pull them off as they dry. And of course, when candles melt, they're messy, right? So it's not like it needs to be perfect. Okay, so this is kind of a rough, quick little demonstration here. Let's see if you can see it. So all I did was make drops. Oh, I touched it. It's hard looking at the camera. So sorry, my camera's not super detailed. But you just go around and you do the droplets, and as it dries, we will do the bottom of the candle. So it's because of the way they're floating, you don't want them to be, holes in the bottom. So you just take a piece of paper and you trace your little tube. So here, use a pencil and draw your circle. I'm going to do that down here just because a little circle. And like I said, it's really easy to do. It's actually, it takes no time at all. The longest process is waiting for the paint to dry. The other thing too is that something that might be handy to have on hand is a sewing needle. It makes it easier when you do the stringing of the light to just kind of stay so you don't lose the string everywhere. It's important to use string or like fishing line. If anything too thick, and you'll be able to see it. So it's all dry already. I guess that doesn't take long. So we can add our paint. I've seen some people do the look where instead of doing all white, they melt and bit red to make it look like it is bleeding red. You can use regular paint. Earlier, a friend of mine was doing it too, but they used an airbrush. The only thing we found is that with an airbrush, because it's cardboard, it does suck up a lot of the moisture. So it takes many more coats to airbrush it than it does to just paint it. I also find that using actual like acrylic paint a little bit easier because you can kind of just jam it into the little spots of the wax. The other things that you need for this project, you don't have to have white tea lights. I just find that it's easier. You don't have to paint them. I know the tea lights come in all different colors. You just want the basic one. The tea light is just one of the mini ones. It's it is. It's not very thick. If you get too tall, it might get a little bit harder to shove them into the tubes. So we're just finishing up the first coat of paint here. Not gonna lie, I'm a very messy painter, so this computer's probably gonna be a mess after. Okay, so our first layer is done. Let's see, will you be able to zoom in there? Obviously, you can take your time making your drips so they look a little better. Once your paint is dry, you can then proceed with the glue gun again. And this time what you're going to do, you're going to glue the very bottom just around the edge. So the actual edge here. This is just to stick your paper on to cover the bottom of the candle. So we're just gonna glue that there. Take our little circle here and just pop it on the top. Your tubes do warp, so don't be disappointed if you have to trim or you don't cover precisely, but here's your bottom of your candle. So next, after we seal the bottom here, we need to have a place setter to hold the tea light in. Otherwise, the tea light might just fall right out. Again, it's something super easy. All you're going to do is take your glue gun again, but this time just a little bit down. You don't want to go too far because you want to make sure that your tea light isn't hidden. So if you don't put something in, it just goes all the way through. So you want it to just sit evenly with the edge. If it shows up too high, the candles don't really look right. But if you have it just sitting in there and just below the line, it looks like a candle instead of something in it. So we're gonna go in. I'd probably say maybe like 3 centimeters, half an inch, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure centimeters to inches, but some people are from the States, so I'm just gluing inside the tube.
Why do you have to call me out like that?
Sorry. I don't even know the exchanges very well either. Like, is it like 10 centimeters or 12 centimeters per inch or something?
No, 2.5.
Oh.
2.5 centimeters to the
okay,
inch.
so I was right.
About 30
That's pretty good.
centimeters
I
to the
said
foot.
3 centimeters is an inch. I was pretty close.
Yeah.
Wasn't too far.
We'll give it to you. Rounding up.
Rounding up, exactly. Rounding up. What we have to do now with pennies. Because we don't have them anymore. Okay, I'm gonna actually just tilt this a little bit differently so you guys can see what I'm doing. So in here, I'm just making a layer of glue to hold the tea light in place. So depending on if you have other uses for your tea lights, you're gonna want to wait for the glue to dry. Otherwise, your tea light's gonna be stuck in there. It does stay even if it is dry and you just place your tea light in. It's just to hold it so it doesn't slip right through. It makes it just a little bit thicker so it doesn't slip right through. I suggest waiting because if your tea lights turn on the bottom, like most of them do, if you stick it in, you're not going to be able to turn it off. It's on forever. So get the little tea light on here. Here we go. There we are. Stick it in. There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeeze. See, so it does fit. Once you know it fits, you can pop it back out. And we're gonna do the string. So you're gonna wanna go from right to left. So straight across so that it keeps your candle balanced when it's hanging. So I use a sewing needle. You can use a pin or a pen or whatever you need to get through the roll. The reason why I use the sewing needle is because I can loop it and have the string already in, so I don't have to play that fun game of trying to get it through the hole. Doing it once through the needle is already a pain. And I'm really bad at it. It's probably why I don't hand sew very often. So we're going to poke again, try and go straight across. You want to end up in the middle just so it keeps the candle balanced.
Uh-oh, we lost her.
Connection there, I guess.
Come back.
That's okay. She'll figure it out, I think. It is such a cute craft.
It
Like,
really is. I was talking.
Very simple. And if you had like a bunch of people, you could make so many so fast.
Yeah, get a little production line going. Like this person handles strips,
Yes.
and then this person handles paint, and then this person handles the bases.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be expensive either.
No, not at
It's
all.
just the glue and the tea lights, really.
And the time. But if you
Well,
make that a social activity,
yeah,
like
that could totally. Go ahead.
I was texting my my page about this, and she's like, I was totally thinking about this for a Halloween party. I'm like, I was totally thinking about this for when we get back from COVID.
Yes. Let me see if I can give her a call.
I
Ah,
worry
well,
that she
okay.
hasn't realized that.
Okay. Karina, Karina, Karina. So how have things been for you, Katrisa?
Oh
How
my
do I
God.
say your name, by the way?
You said it perfectly.
I think Katrisa?
Katrisa, yeah.
Okay, cool.
No, you did. You did great. Things are going well. I am right now working on the dissertation.
Dissertation for what?
I'm working on my PhD.
Wow. In what field?
Education. My topic
Wow.
is esports.
Wow, that's so interesting. Very cool.
And so I spent a good portion of yesterday and Friday night finding a few more references and things, and now I'm just kind of typing them in. And
That's very cool. This is Felix, my
hello,
little friend
bird.
here.
Hello,
He would
bird.
very much like to eat the camera.
Yes.
He's gonna go away and
Nom nom.
sit on top of it now.
Okay, that's fine.
Hello, Felix. Hello.
Yeah, I kept hearing you in the background.
Oh, did you hear him?
Yeah, well,
I'm
especially
pretty sure I was muted for
during Boyd's
during
class.
what?
During Boyd's class.
Oh yeah, I was just open mic there. Yeah, Boyd was nice enough to jump in. He's just always ready to teach an armor class. Hey, little bird. Yes, he is very interested in the camera, and he sits on top of my laptop. It's very cute.
He's your little familiar.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh,
Bird butt.
he eats it. Yeah, a face actually. He's got his little beak there. Well, so I don't know if she has lost her internet connection. I tried messaging her on Facebook. Okay, that's a bird butt. Yeah, I tried messaging her on Facebook and it has not been read.
Okay, so
So I
we're gonna call
think.
technical difficulties and we'll close the stream.
Hmm.
You wanna take the outro then?
Oh, sure. Well, that was Anirroc, or our good lady Karina, with a really very cool craft. And I think that was basically the gist. She just put the string through, tie it at the top, and then put your tea light in. I think you're done.
And I'd imagine it would be invisible threads, so
Yeah, fishing line or clear string or white string.
right. So something that has the least amount of visibility that you can
Yeah.
manage.
Hmm.
Make sure that it's long enough for you to hang it at whatever length that you want based on the space that you
Hmm.
have. So I guess a recommendation would be to maybe do that whole stringing portion on site at whatever location you're going to be putting these tea lights on. So that way you
Good
have
call.
string, like someone threading it through, and then someone looping it to the rafters or wherever you're hanging it from.
Cool. Could be some very, very thematic feasts or quests.
Definitely.
Oh my goodness, can you imagine hanging those in the forest?
Oh, that would be
Night
lovely.
quests? That would be cool.
That would be very cool.
That
You've
would be
given me
so
too
good.
many evil ideas. Time to start saving toilet paper rolls. Oh, child.
Absolutely. Oh, okay.
Child.
Birdie is running around here. I have paper on here because he will bite off the keys of my laptop very, very happily.
He's like, you
Okay,
don't want this.
well, thanks for coming to the little stream. And we have at 4-ish, Cragor is going to lead a Halloween feast cooking thing.
And that's 4 Eastern for those of you who are watching in Texas. You're on my personal YouTube channel, not the Celestial Kingdoms. I'll try to find a way to get this ported over as soon as I can sort out what happened to my permissions. Thank you so much for letting me stream this today. It was a ANS that I was not able to do right now because I'm busy doing other things, but I wanted to get to it, so important that I got it recorded for myself. Thank you.
Yeah, I will absolutely do it. Okay.